Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Prep to Perfection Grade 12 Maths class. Just a quick reminder, if you boost your marks, you stand a chance to win 5,000 Rand. How amazing. Simply click the link down below to enter the competition. I'll now hand you over to your tutor, Camilla.
In today's analytical geometry lesson, we'll be going over the equations of a circle. Given below is the equation of a circle, r squared equals x squared plus y squared, where r squared is our radius squared, which is from the center to the circumference of the circle, given by this line. For this circle, the center of the circle is at the origin. However, the center of the circle can sometimes not be at the origin. So now we can say that the origin here is 0 and 0. So we're going to do a practice question. Determine the equation of a circle with the center at origin. So we know that the coordinates of this point is 0, 0, and the radius is 4 units. So all we have to do is, we know we're given this equation r squared x squared plus y squared. Now we have to plug in that our radius is 4 units, so 4 squared equals x squared plus y squared. Then we can just simplify it, and with the given information, this is the equation of the circle. For this circle, we are given 2 points. The first point is A, which is -3 and 3, and the second point is B, 3 and -3, and we know that this is crossing the origin, so we can say that C is 0 and 0. Now to work out the equation of a circle, since we do not know the ratio, we'll be working with one of these points. Let's work with A. So we're going to say r squared is equal to x2 plus y2. Then we just sub in the values we know for A. So we don't know the radius yet. So we say -3 plus 3 squared, and this gives us 9. Then this will give us 4r squared, 18. So now we have r squared, but if we want to determine the radius, all we have to do is square root both sides, so r will equal 4.24. We are given a circle with the center at origin and a radius of the square root 10 units. Determine the possible coordinates of the points on the circle which have x value 3 times the y value. So we can start by writing out our equation for a circle. From here, we can see that we do not have the x values yet, but we do have the radius, so we can plug that in. Equals 10. So from here, we know that the x value is 3 times the y value, so we can plug this into the x value here. So we say that 3y, because it's 3 times, then we put our square root up there, plus y squared equals 10. Now we just simplify everything, and from here we get 2 values for y. So we're just going to carry on simplifying. We divide both sides by 10. We get y squared equals 1, and then we square root both sides, and then we get that y can equals plus minus 1. So from here we have to work out the x value. So if y is equal to 1, then the x value is equal to 3y, because 3 times y, which gives us 3. If y is equal to -1, then x is equal to 3 times -1, which gives us -3. So therefore, our coordinates are 3 and 1, and -3 and -1. As I said earlier, there's going to be a time where the center is not at origin, and as you can see in this example, the center is sitting here and not at the origin, which would be 0, 0. So for this, the equation of the circle is r squared is equal to, open brackets, x minus a close bracket squared plus open brackets y minus b close bracket squared. So for this question, we're going to determine the center and the length of the radius for the following circle. X squared equals 21 minus y squared plus y. We know that a circle equation is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. So we're going to rearrange the following circle, this one, to match this. So first we're going to get the 21 alone. So x squared plus y squared minus 4y equals 21. Then we're going to get our b value. So x squared plus y squared minus 4y plus 4 minus 4 equals 21. Then we're going to get x squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 25. And from here we can see that it is similar to our equation of a circle. So we get our 2 points, which is that the center is 0 and 2. And then we know that our radius is r squared equals 25. But if we do this, the radius will be 5. We can be given two circles that are able to share the same center. Circles touch internally at one point. The distance between the centers is equal to the difference between the radii. So if we're given this radii from this center, and this is R2, and this is R1 for this circle, R1, the difference between the two, so R2 minus R1, is the distance between the two centers. So this is D. Circles intersect at 2 points. The distance between the centers is less than the sum of the radii. So given that this line is the distance between the two centers, which is given as D, that these two radii, the sum of it, should be more than the distance between the two radii. Oh, sorry, that's 1. Circles touch externally at one point. The distance between the centers is equal to the sum of the radii. Circles that do not touch or intersect, the distance between the centers is greater than the sum of the radii.
Alright everyone, that's it for today. But don't forget to keep practicing so that you stand a chance to win 5,000 Rand. Click the link down below to enter the competition and we'll see you in the next class.